Welcome to the Gator Shop. Today we're going to be inside. Last few weeks it has done nothing but rain every single day, multiple times a day. Everything just stays soggy and muddy, so I haven't even thought about going up the hill to mess with any firewood. And that dirt, well, I'll show you an update here in a little bit on that dirt in the yard. It is just non-stop rain. This is the second time I had to pull the mower in the garage. And let's try to wait for this rain to pass. I'm soaking wet. It's 100% humidity. Just trying to get this stuff out of the driveway so I can park my truck there again. I'm glad I didn't put the grass seed down the other day. You see these ripples? That's all from this monsoon we had the other day. It rained non-stop, just downpour for at least 30 minutes. And it washed out so much. I'm gonna have to come back and rake this all over and level it out again. You can see where it started washing down the hill. I'll have to rake all this back up and get this level again. But yeah, look at that. What a mess. But yeah, that rain just washed away so much. All the bare spots again. Big pile where it all washed down. Remember, all this was covered. The other day, I brought all this dirt up to get it out of the driveway. And it was raining on me then, and storms were moving in and out. So I just started dropping piles. I figured I'd rake it out another day. And then the weather just got so bad. It's just been sitting here for a few days now. But it just sucks. Everything gets washed out. I guess just something you got to deal with. Didn't get too bad over here, but we do have some spots. I'm just gonna have to rake it all out again. So today we actually got some sunshine out for once. It rained a little bit yesterday, no rain yet today, so stuff is actually starting to look like it's drying out just a little bit. Forecast says we got a few good days ahead of us, so fingers are crossed, because I'm ready to get in the pool and chill. But today we're just going to chill in the shop, man. I have this cedar fence picket, and I'm going to try to make a nesting box out of it. I see we got birds all around. They even took over my neighbor's mailbox. It's cool. They got a cute little nest up in there with a few little, I don't know, what do you call them, chicklings. I don't know if this is wide enough or if it should be wider, but we're going to give it a go. We're going to build one anyways. I'm going to sand down this rough stuff. We get started. I'm not trying to get it super smooth. I just want to knock this rough stuff off. Instead of cutting the dog ears off the top, I think I'm going to use those for the top of my nesting box. I'm not sure what measurements. I'm just kind of making this up as I go. Never built one. I'm thinking coming down about 1 inch on the top. That'll clear the dog ears. We're going to roll with 10 inches. We'll see how that works out. All right, 10 inches. So, let's figure out how far we want it to come out the bottom and the top. Let me see. We're going to roll with 6 inches. We'll see how that works out for the bottom. So there will be our bottom. Let's go 2 inches longer. Let's go 8 inches for the top. I'm gonna cut this on an angle, going 15 degrees. How did that work out? All right, one more thing I want to do. I think I'm going to put a little ledge on the front of it. So, let's get a measurement on that. This is roughly a 1/2 inch thick. So, let's make about a 1 inch strip. We got our 1 inch strip. This is going to go on the bottom part. Here's our roof. Bottom part. I'm just going to put that on the front. Give them like a little ledge. So there's my 1 inch. 6.5, 15-degree angle. Six and a half inches, 15-degree angle. And let's flip that around. Go back to 0. Just match up our board. All right, we got our side walls. How do they fit? Yeah, I think I'm gonna trim those back a little bit. I think I want to cut these sides down though. How far is the question? We got our 2 boards cut down to 4.5. I can never leave well enough alone though. I'm gonna measure up 1 inch from the bottom. And I'll go 1 inch from the top. That's where I could line up my paint can. I think that'll give it a nice little design. So it's not just so square. Perfect. We got our curve. Bring our piece over here to the scroll saw. Let's cut it out. I got my small spindle on my sander. We're going to take our 2 sides, just sandwich them together so we can sand them both down at one time. Quick and easy. We have all of our pieces cut out. Fun part, time to assemble. We'll start with the bottom. I know this has a curve, so I think I might put the curve up so any water run off to the sides instead of pooling in the middle. I know this has a curve too. I don't know if it'd be best to put the curve to the outside. I'm just sanding down a little bit. I put that on a 15-degree angle to match my cut. So now when I butt it up, it'll be nice and flush with the curve to this wood. So I like the way that turned out. I might do the same with the bottom one. I'll put just a little divot on the sander so we could handle that. I don't know if you can see the curve in the board, but now it sits a lot more flush. Just gonna come up, put a tiny little mark for my 1 inch. I'm gonna add a little pilot hole for when I hang it on the tree. Come over 2 3/4 inches. I'll go about a 1/2 inch, top to bottom. We have our pilot holes drilled. We're gonna add our little bit of glue. This is supposed to be waterproof glue, Gorilla Glue. I don't know if it's the best or what. I see a lot of people use that tight bond. Let's get this lined up with our marks. I got some 1-inch brad nails. Right in my face. Next, let's add our sides. Do the same. Let's add a little glue. Get it straight as we can get it. Let's get a few in the side. This has a directional thing. I keep shooting myself in the face with air. About to shoot myself in the face again. 3 more. Let's do the same on the back. It's taking shape. Take this time and wipe out any excess glue out of the corners. For the roof, I'll go ahead and run some glue down these sides. And I will get some on this lip. Figured this is where any rain might be. Try to go a little heavy up here. Try to stop any rain getting through. I kind of line this up where the ridge is. Run a little glue down this base. Get like a little ledge so the nests don't fall out. And give them like a little perch to pop on too. Wipe this glue. Here's our nesting box for some little critters. I know my daughter liked this, the wife. Hey, even I like it. It's pretty cool to see little birds out there doing their thing. Let's get this in a tree. I think it turned out pretty good. It's gonna give somebody a nice little home. I got this about 15-foot ladder. Hope I don't fall. I'm not sure how high these really need to be, so I might go up about, I don't know, 10 foot or so. Might hang it about here, and I'm gonna try to hang it this side, then it'll be in the shade and the sun won't be beating on it. we have a nesting box. Well, that was a fun project that the family and I are gonna enjoy. It's gonna be real cool to see little baby birds popping out one day soon. Oh, if I didn't say, I used 2.5-inch decking screws to mount that to the tree. See how it holds up. Should be pretty good. If not, I got 3.5-inch for the next one. But I already have some other ideas and designs, and that was a fun project. First little nesting house I ever built. And I see ways I could change it, make a bunch of different ideas and plans. It's going to be pretty cool. I feel like I'm going to have bird houses and stuff all around the yard. Told my wife we'll build a bird sanctuary. Here's the leftovers of that picket. And we have 34 3/4, so just under 3 foot. So if you adjust your measurements a little bit out of a 6-foot picket, you could possibly get 2 of these out of there. Just got to think about your kerf on your blades and everything. It's going to take off 1/8 of an inch every time you make a cut. But I'm sure if you work with the measurements, you can get 2 of those out of 1 picket. And these are only, I don't know, $3 maybe. So that's a pretty good deal. I have a lot of stuff out here I need to clean up and put away. So thank y'all for watching the video today. Hope you were entertained. Maybe you want to get out there and build one and start populating the world a little more with some birds, because we know they're cutting trees down everywhere. They need all the little habitat they can get. Y'all have a blessed week, and I will catch you on the next episode. And I didn't think it was going to rain today. But here we go again.